The Big Show with Night and Day for the best milkshakes, thick shakes, and super thick shakes.
Welcome.
This is big.
To the Hauraki Big Show.
Really big.
With Jason Hoyte, Minogue, and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Tuesday afternoon, the 4th of February, 2025. And you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. Thanks, Pugs. Get out. How you going, Mogey, you stallion?
Going pretty grouse, you mad dog. You are, you're a sick son of a bee, I think, Jase. I think we can all agree on that one there, brother.
I agree with that.
And another beautiful day. It's turned into quite a summer, I have to say. And as a result of that, you're wearing your lemon shirt, and I love to see it.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I actually just went down to get some half-price sushi. Geez, she was toasty out there, mate.
She's warm, boy. Oh, yeah, reeking.
Which
stinking.
might explain the heat going on out there. Old Keyzie's very floppy do today. How are you, Keyzie?
I'm actually great. And I'm trying out a new hairstyle, and it's been shot down by you fellas, so...
I wouldn't call it
I
a
wouldn't
new
say
hairstyle.
shut down.
It looks the same.
I'm a bit insecure. I'm feeling a bit down about it, but that's all good. Tomorrow I'll wear a hat.
Yeah, good.
Good on you, Keyzie.
Oh, yeah. How are you, Jase?
Yeah, Jase.
And I just want people to keep in mind, too, it's only Tuesday for Keyzdie. And
Who the hell's Keyzdie?
and it's Wednesday when he said he's going to be tickety-boo.
Oh, that's right.
From the big weekend.
That's
No,
right.
it's today.
Oh, you feel good today?
Yeah, today's all
But you
G.
just said that you don't feel great.
No, that was more of a making fun of my hairdo.
But that wasn't me. That was Hoyte J.
Wow, it was a bit of both.
No, I was just saying it's looking a bit floppy, that's all. There's nothing wrong with that.
Traditionally, is floppy a good thing or a bad thing?
Now, listen, we've got a massive show coming up, don't we, fellas?
Oh, God.
What's on it again, man? Remind me.
Well, I want to talk about people's eating habits.
You sure?
Yeah, I've also got a bit of an update on the rat that's plaguing my house at the moment.
A
Keyzie-
one rat plague.
Yeah, a one rat
Jeez.
plague, but I'm making progress on that. Plenty more. But in the meantime, here's Metallica.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
The Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 12 minutes past 4 o'clock. Don't forget, you can contact us anytime on 3483 or give us a call on 0800 Hauraki or send us a talkback. Go on the iHeartRadio app, the little microphone there. Send us a message directly to the studio, fellas.
Nice work, Jase.
Yeah, thanks, man. Now, listen, I wanted to get your view on something, fellas. And it's something that I've... Well, how do I explain this?
Have you got a bone to
Have you
pick with
forgotten?
something?
No, well, it's not. It's kind of a bone to pick, but not really.
I got a bone to pick.
But not really.
It's more a question.
Oh.
Is it unfair of me to instantly dislike someone that I've never met before because of the way they eat?
For example.
Like, I'll be sitting in a food hall.
A food hall?
You know,
What, like in the 1400s?
My wife
And
might
Game
be
of
doing,
Thrones.
a bit of shopping, and I always just go to the food court and sit there.
And you were sitting in your food hall with your big thing of flagon of mead.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the food court, and I'll be sitting there and I'll watch people eat. And some people, the way they eat just irritates the crap out of me.
Taking ice to the front out on the road.
Well, I'm an
eh?
observer of people.
Sorry,
Mogey.
so you go to a food hall, sit down and just watch people.
Well, no, I eat. Usually get a bit of sushi or something. Every now and then, maybe a curry or
Oh, nice.
maybe a couple of onion bhajis. Because they're a bloody good deal, actually. 3 for like $2 and you get a little plum sauce. But I'll be sitting there waiting for my wife to finish shopping and I'll be watching people eat. Or I'll be at a restaurant or something like that and do the same thing and just go, I don't like that
What?
person.
Yeah,
because
but
of
what
the
are they
way-
doing?
It's just the way
But
that they eat.
what are they doing?
Yeah.
The way that, like, for example, people that shovel food into their mouth, that hold their fork like they're an ape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things
Sorry,
like that.
what do you mean? Like an ape has opposable thumbs and they hold their fork the same as we do,
Exactly.
and also a spoon is a tiny shovel. Anyway, what are you talking about?
Shoveling your food
Yes,
in
it's a
there
tiny
and stuff
shovel.
like that.
So an example,
the way they chew their food,
Yeah, good on you,
for
Sam.
example,
Mouth
that
open?
kind of thing. Mouth open, all of that jazz.
So-
Is it unfair of me to dislike people for that?
We're just trying to narrow down exactly what you're talking about. Well, you're making a decision based on all of the information available to you, Jase.
Correct.
I think it's fair.
Yes, thank you.
Are you one of those people who doesn't like a loud eater?
I can't. If I am sitting at a table with someone that's a loud eater, I have an anxiety attack.
Right. What about Mogey eating chips, double fist in the bag there?
Yeah, into the microphone.
Yeah. Does that give you
but
freaky
does
out?
it bug you guys? Like if you're sitting at a table and someone's a really loud chewer or eater, do you go, oh, for sake?
I think I'd probably find it funny.
Would you?
I think so.
Okay, interesting.
I don't think I'd be annoyed by it. I don't know.
So my wife...
My wife.
She gets annoyed by loud eating.
Yeah.
So do quite a few of my good mates. And apparently I'm a loud eater, apparently.
Yeah.
But there is nothing I can do to eat quieter because I will have my mouth closed and I will be just chewing.
Yes.
And how are you supposed to eat quieter if your mouth is closed? Is there something else you could do?
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think then people start breathing through their nose heavily.
I can't do that. I can't do
That
that.
sort of
so I
thing.
don't. Yeah, it's not. It's certainly not.
I do
it's not
this.
behaviour that you'd want yourself.
But here's the weird thing, and you guys will know this, and Pugs certainly does. I'm a big fan of a thing called mukbang, which is generally Asian people, your Chinese or your Korean people.
Hold on a sec. Racism alarm.
That eat. And it's part of their culture, and they are quite loud, and it doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Right.
In fact, I watch
So you're racist.
I watch them eating their food and going, God, they're enjoying that so
Right.
much. I wish I could eat like that.
So what you're saying is as long as they're Chinese or something, they can eat loudly.
Or Korean.
Or Korean, they can eat loudly. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying, but it's
I'm just trying to figure out what you're saying.
It's just an interesting contrast.
Because
Yeah,
it
right.
sounds like what you're saying is it's okay for one race to do one thing and another race to do something.
Is that what you're
completely
saying?
different. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, to be honest.
3483. Do you agree with Jase? Also,
Yeah.
do
Be
you get
careful though.
do you get annoyed by loud eating? 3483.
Or when people get their head close to the plate and shovel in. That's
Yeah.
instead of bringing the food to their mouth.
Correct.
Yeah, there's all
that
sorts of
jazz.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God, we got there at the end, fellas. Here's Jimmy.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Alison Chains here on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 4:25. We're talking food and the fact that the way people eat, I find very irritating sometimes, and I take an instant dislike to people, or people that are very loud when they eat is a
Yeah.
massive issue to me. For Keyzie, it doesn't bother him at all. Mogey, you were kind of...
It
if
depends
gets
on the
wa-
situation,
Yeah,
I
the
think.
situation.
Yeah.
And interestingly, in the break there, Keyzie mentioned people eating popcorn, at the movies.
Yeah.
Does my head in.
Oh, heaven forbid someone eats popcorn at the movie.
It does for me as well, and I will only eat it or open any sort of packs of Lolos during the loud parts.
Sure.
Because I don't want to distract from other people's enjoyment. So I'm just considerate of the people around me. And I know that doesn't apply to you, Keyzie, and you think it's lame to do that. But I'm just sort of considerate of others, as I think you are, Jase.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the last time I went to the movies, there was a guy with a massive thing of popcorn crunching away. But it's also the rooting around in there,
Yeah.
and they're sort of licking their fingers and stuff. It's just like, for God's sake, have some decorum. I'm trying to watch this marvellous movie.
Can I just say-
And you're eating like a pig.
Can I just say, that is, I think, more of a you problem than a them problem, because as someone who has been told by his wife a few times, not anymore, I've gotten better apparently, or she's blocked it out,
Yeah.
I'm a loud eater, and I would hate to be in a movie and even notice other people eating. All I notice is the movie and the audio.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I don't notice that stuff.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's. I think you're lucky that you don't. I do notice it, which is why I am considerate in that regard. And the same for you, I think, Jase, as well.
Absolutely, Mogey.
By the way, I don't eat popcorn at the movies. I always get an ice cream.
I don't like popcorn, so it's not an issue.
Yeah. Hey,
And if I'm sucking on my ice cream, I do it very gently and I just nibble away.
well, hang on. Are you sucking on it or nibbling on
Well,
it?
it's sucking and nibbling, Keyzie.
Lucky ice cream. Good stuff, Hoyte J. 3483, lots of texts coming through here, and they're now all in the draw for a $50 night and day voucher.
Wow.
I don't mind loud eating unless it's soup, then we have a problem.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, slurpers.
What about loud, like drinking a cup of tea and going, "Mm?"
Oh, yeah, the gulp. No, I hate it.
You hate slurpers,
I hate-
gulpers, chewers?
Yes, I hate slurpers and gulpers.
But that's funny. I like doing that gulp, especially the chucking the
in there.
on the end of it. That's gold.
Well, weirdly enough,
You've got
I
to
don't-
appreciate that.
You know, I didn't mind when my granddad would have a sip of tea in the afternoon and go,
yes, boy.
yeah, thank you, Marge.
My ex-partner's jaw used to click as he chewed.
Oh, you see, no.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, no.
Sorry, that was like that as well.
Can't stand loud eaters. My uncle's one of the worst. Can't sit near the prick at the table. What about this one here? I kicked a flatmate out because of his disgusting eating habits. Now, that could be stuff like eating in bed and leaving plates around filthy.
That's
blah, blah,
right.
blah.
Sure.
But
Could be anything.
if you're getting kicked out for being a loud eater, that's just...
No, but if you're having to, also, you simply cannot help what you're annoyed by. You can't. So you saying, oh, well, I'm not annoyed by it, so other people shouldn't, but you cannot help what you're annoyed by. So if you live with somebody who doesn't care and is loud eating all the time, mouth open, 100% they should go and live on the streets.
Kicked out for being a loud...
Well, yeah, it's like you don't get on with them. You don't get on with them because they come home late or they're messy but loud eating would be something else that you're just sitting there going, and it drives you up the wall.
Yes.
It's not logical, but it is something that annoys.
Yeah, totally. And once you're focused on it, it's impossible to get out of it.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, say, for example, a flatmate urinated on my TV. He'd be out of there.
Did that happen?
Yeah,
Jase did it.
I did it.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Red Hot Chili Peppers there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 4:38. We've got Joel in the studio with us, otherwise known as Pants Man. He's in charge of the sort of social media posts that go out there for Radio Hauraki, and there's been a bit of controversy over the years regarding that. But before we get into that, you're leaving us, Joel.
Yep. Yeah. Last day's tomorrow here at Radio Hauraki. So that's me, man. That's me. No more posts from me.
Have you enjoyed your time, man?
Loved it. Have you enjoyed me being here?
Yeah, we'll get into that. Where are you going?
Going over to Australia, Sydney.
Oh, Australia.
The big bucks, eh?
Oh, I don't know about that, but
Right.
something new over there.
What are you
going
doing?
to Sydney?
Sydney.
Yeah.
Yep, over to Sydney. Podcast producing, bit of rugby league, bit of cricket podcasting.
For
League.
Triple M?
Yes, sort of within that same
Yeah, nice.
realm.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, that's good,
man.
man. Well, we've got that cool stuff out the way. I've just got a
Yep.
bone to pick, if that's all.
I got a bone to pick.
Hey, fellas, did you see the post today that went up on the Radio Hauraki socials?
Brilliant.
Not till I got in today, actually, Keyzie.
Well, it was a photo of Kanye West and his partner, who famously showed up yesterday pretty much naked to the
What's
Grammys.
her name?
Can't remember.
Come on, Keyzie,
Come
man.
on, man. You
At
just,
At least you could do is respect her by knowing her name, brother.
Look, Joel doesn't even know her name. And he
Bianca
posted.
Christine or something?
Yeah,
that
Bianca.
sounds about
There you
right.
go. So what Joel's done is he's put a really badly photoshopped shot of my face onto her head and some giant
Is
meat
that Photoshop?
some giant meat patty nips on there. And he's uploaded it saying, oh, Keyzie shocked the world at the Grammys yesterday.
So we should point out that Kanye turned up with his missus at the Grammys and she was essentially naked.
Wearing a pantyhose dress.
Pantyhose
type thing.
dress. So you could see, I mean, there wasn't much. It didn't leave much to the imagination. Can we put it that way?
can I be honest with you, Mogey?
Yes.
I actually haven't seen it yet, but
Right.
I'll make sure to have a look so I get the idea.
you go.
Yes, show me there, Joel. No, not the one of Keyzie.
Oh, I'll flick you the original
What
one
I'm
if you
getting
need.
at here is, Joel, you have set up the system of only going me and Jase, by the way, still scared of Mogey. So we'll show up to work, you'll get a little alert, Radio Hauraki's tagged you in a post, and it'll be a photo of someone with a big fake honker or, some meat patty nips or something. And it's just, and what I worry about is, I don't want you training the new guy who's taken over, Dilly.
Yeah.
Dilly man.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
your ways of just stabbing us in the back in order to get a few cheap laughs. You know what I mean?
I feel like Dilly's not that type of guy, man. He wouldn't do that to you. But can I also say, these nipples, they were actually transferred from the original photo of your actual
No, I
nipples from the
recognise them.
Backlash. So it was kind of fake, but it kind of was sort of
Is
real.
that right?
They were the real nipples.
Man.
To
Yeah,
scale
yeah.
as well.
Well, it's just that because of the way,
my God.
the nature of the photo, Keyzie, they were just blown up a little bit. So I don't blame Joel for that.
My
I mean, your
God.
nipples are what they are.
Jase, do you or do you not get almost daily notifications of someone with a massive honker and then it says old Hoyte Jay's doing this or old Hoyte Jay's here doing that?
I absolutely do, Keyzie. Joel, you piece of shit. No.
But it's highly entertaining stuff,
Yeah,
isn't
for
it?
you, mate.
It's good stuff. There was, what did you do on
No,
that?
there was one where I said that.
Oh,
I
2
know there
years ago, that's right.
There was one. Actually, a few people from around the office. Lee Baker from the ACC came up to me and said, "Is Mike Minogue actually in the new season of the White Lotus?"
White
I
Lotus.
made people
Oh,
think
yeah.
you were
Yeah.
in a really good TV
That's
show.
right.
and
I
stuff.
actually got a lot of phone calls from people congratulating, and people in the film industry congratulated me for my role in the White Lotus.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but can I say that's pretty cool. It's not massive burnt meat patties and
I reckon.
honkers and dillies.
Yeah, people congratulating me for getting my nips out at the Grammys. You
Yeah,
know, it's a
man.
bit uneven. All I want to
Well,
say,
can
Joel.
I say is it's a great page to follow. And I hope that the quality doesn't dip now that you're leaving, Joel. You've done a great job.
I'll still have Photoshop on my laptop over in Sydney, so I'll whip a few things up and send them back to Pugs and Dilly
sorry.
and Hervers helping out.
You did not Photoshop that. The quality of that's like Microsoft Paint. Anyway, yeah, look, enjoy your time over in Aussie, mate. You're going to be, you'll be missed.
Thanks, man.
Good on you, man.
Good
Go
on you,
hard,
man.
Joel.
Cheers, man.
You mad bastard.
Oh, is this cheap trick?
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Guns Roses there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 4:52. It's Tuesday, which means it's time for Keyzie.
Mogey's Sobriety Update.
That's a good sting from you, Pug son. It's one of the best, brother.
There's all goods.
Hey, just to update you, fellas, I don't know if I've spoken about it because I probably want to see if I could do it, but I'm taking the whole year off the hammer
And the darts?
and the darts. No drinking and no smoking darts or having fun.
Unless
Of any kind.
you're overseas.
Well, potentially if I'm overseas. We have got a few occasions where we're going overseas, don't we? One of them we're going away to, are we allowed to say?
I don't know if we are.
Not
Okay,
yet,
well, I
not
won't
yet.
say it.
But we are going
But
somewhere.
that place, I probably won't drink.
It rhymes with tragic
Sound.
sound.
Yeah.
NRL
Or
tragic sound.
Mound.
Mound.
So I probably won't drink there, which will be okay. But then going to Oasis, and I think I probably will drink there, and possibly even Italy.
That's Oasis over at Wembley in London.
At Wembley in
Yeah.
London,
Yeah,
so I'll
yeah.
probably get on it there. But outside of that one, I'm going to try not to drink at all. But anyways, an update. I'm just going to do an update once a month so I'm not banging on about it.
Sure.
You know how people can bang on about it, Keyzie?
Yep.
You know what I mean, man? So anyway, 1 month down, I've had 0 drinks and 0 ciggies.
Well done, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, hang on.
Thanks very much.
Hang on.
And I can hear you asking, Keyzie. Well, I can hear you thinking. I can hear you thinking.
Yeah.
How's it going?
How's it going?
It's actually really easy.
Yeah,
Really easy. And I think it was because I was definitely ready to bang it on the head for a while.
sure.
Because I got a lot of work to do, you see.
I remember your wife being the worst influence on you.
She is. She can. Well, she isn't at the moment. Actually, she's pretty good. She's bloody good because she's pretty much off it as well. But generally, what she would do is she would say things like, "Oh, having a glass of wine is so good, though. Just having one glass of wine."
Well,
It's
to be fair, she's right.
Great, it must be, but I can't have one glass of wine. I can have a bottle of wine.
Yes.
Or more.
Yes.
You're the same as me, I think, in that regard, Jase.
Absolutely, I am.
And the other thing she said pretty much is that I'm zero fun if I'm not drinking, because if I'm not drinking, I'm always doing something. I've always got to be up and getting something done. Whereas if I'm drinking, I'll sit down and that will be the thing that I'm doing.
Yes.
So outside of that, I never really relax.
And that is not uncommon.
Yes.
Is that, the test becomes as you stretch along.
yeah,
The-
it's been
where
a long
you-
time for you.
Yeah, and it's like the pink cloud period, they call it.
Right.
Where it's like, yeah, it's all sweet with us. Why don't I do this all the time?
Yeah.
And then a couple of months down, you're like,
Yeah,
What
I
I'm
really
predicting,
go.
this
actually,
is so annoying. And
Jase, don't turn this into a Keyzie's annoying situation. What I'm predicting
Yeah.
is we go into winter, sweet as. It's once we then go into spring and the sun starts to get warm again. That was your weakness point last year.
Well, we're in the heart of that at the moment.
Yes,
Yeah.
You
and
know,
you-
it's
and
like
you're
every
dealing with
every single day is a great day to drink. There's always a reason to drink.
Absolutely.
There's always an occasion, an excuse, a reason to get on it.
Correct.
And so I'm just saying no to all. And I feel amazing, heaps more energy for my kid, my work, my
Radio
It's
show?
just radio show. Less sort of being wound up and just sort of
Jokes.
on the edge. When you're hungover, you're just sort of a little bit on the edge, especially when you got a kid.
Yes.
And so that's gone, and I think I'm enjoying things a lot more, which is good.
Good
Well, that's
on you,
great,
mate.
man.
Yeah, and that's true. You do have way more energy because
Yes.
you're not expending it on hangovers and all that sort of jazz.
And saving a lot of money.
yes.
I was spending a lot of money
Yes.
on booze.
Yeah.
A lot.
Actually, just on that, tomorrow's Joel's leaving, so I'm probably going to get steamed, fellas.
You
Just a heads
should,
up.
and so you should, Keyzie. You're a young
responsibly.
man.
Yeah, no, just a heads up.
How's your fun account going, by the
Because
way?
you're just about to come good, aren't you, from last weekend? So it's time to get on it again.
Exactly, I don't want to, yeah. Hey, what's coming up after 5, Jase?
Apparently...
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Tuesday's going along tickety-boo. You are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night... Thanks, Pugs. Get out.
Oh. Thanks, Pugs. So good. Hey, fellas, just on Night and Day. Have you heard about their thick shakes?
Oh, can you remind me, man?
Oh, they've got them.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
the
that
ones-
rings a bell.
They're the ones where you have to really suck hard.
No, those are the super thick shakes.
Oh, they got super thick shakes.
Yeah, those are the ones you have to suck hard.
I thought you had to suck it hard.
What?
Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the super thick ones. Whereas
Yeah.
the milkshakes, you barely have to suck at all.
Right, okay. Are there any specials going on
You
at the
can
moment?
slurp on them, though. You can
well, sure,
slurp on, you can
slurp
slurp
all
on a
over
big
it.
shake and a
That's
milkshake.
right.
Yeah, we were talking about food earlier in the show, actually, and how I get irritated by certain habits that people have when it comes to consuming food. People that slurp at the end of their milkshakes piss me off as
But
well.
no. Okay, I get it. What about that last? Yeah,
Yes,
the last little
yes.
bit of soda when you've
I
got
love it.
ice in your cup.
Yes.
you've got to suck it all up, man.
Yeah,
You got to
no,
suck it hard.
No, you don't.
Yes,
You
you
gotta
do.
slurp
You
it
don't
up.
need to be an animal about these things.
Animals
Just,
don't do that.
just take your straw out and sip it. All right?
Oh, okay.
Goodness sakes.
Fancy
now,
boy.
apparently, coming up on the show, there's an island in the Hauraki Gulf
That's for sale.
which is up for sale, and the Big Show are considering purchasing it, aren't we, fellas?
That's the thing. If we pull all our funds together,
Yeah.
I reckon we could purchase it for the asking price.
Well, I'm thinking, Keyzie, you could cash in some of your real estate properties around the country that you have.
It's a throwback to 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, man.
Your portfolio.
Yeah. And you could, I was going to say Dog Squad money. I'm trying
Yeah.
to think of an even older reference to match that one.
Yeah. Go on, Hercules money.
That was good
So-
money, actually, Hercules.
Yeah, how much was that a day?
$12.50 a day.
Back in those days.
Back in those days,
Not
man.
bad.
Yeah, man.
$12.50.
$12.50.
Yeah,
Wow. Is this in excess?
sure is.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Faith No More there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon, 12 minutes past 5 o'clock.
Fellas, we've got some breaking news.
This is breaking news.
Damn, a bit slow there.
You were. Mate,
good.
it's only Tuesday, Keyzie. You'll be right by Wednesday.
Keyzie.
Steamed again.
Hey, fellas,
Yeah.
breaking news. There is an island for sale in the Hauraki Gulf. It's called Pakatoa Island. $40 million
Yes.
is how much it was for sale for last year. He's now relisted at $60 million
Yeah.
in 1 year. He's bumped it up by 20 mil, which I think's good timing.
That's
Yeah.
the way to do it.
I think that is the way to do it. I think now's the time to pounce. It's been off the market since 1996, I believe. There is a 30-year-old sort of resort, very dated now, that is sitting on there. It looks terrible. The whole thing
Yeah.
will need to be bulldozed. We need to build new. We could build a little village, you know. We could turn it into 3 or even 4 if Pugsan wants to join and go in on
Oh,
it
you're
as well.
saying we should buy it?
We should buy it.
Right,
Turn it
okay.
into Big Show Island. Eyes to the front.
Immediately, my immediate thought is if we were to buy it, the Big Show Buzzy Island.
Buzzy Island. I love
Yeah.
that.
Or, what's that show that old Pugson loves?
Love Island.
Love Island.
Well, you're going to call it Love Island.
We could create a reality show there of some description to help us pay for it.
Well, I thought we were just going to go fourths on it. Because if we pitch in with all our savings and that,
Well,
Jason,
is it 60 million?
yeah, so,
So
15
that's
each.
around about $15 million each. Yeah.
To be fair, I reckon maybe we three will cover the 50 mil, and Pugs only has to do 10.
Now, Pugs can pay his
He
fair
can
share.
pay his fair share if he's going to be a part of it.
Yeah, Pugs.
Um,
But the thing with it, your own private island, is you can make, we can make the rules, and you can pretty much do whatever you want over there.
Yeah.
You know?
I think the trick will be to have a leper colony there, and that way we can get most of it funded by the taxpayer. So lepers.
Oh,
what else?
leopard. I thought you said leopard.
No, lepers. But we could have leopards there as well.
Yeah, okay.
the only issue that's a great idea,
Thank
Mogey.
you.
The only issue that I have with it is it's very hard to find a leper these days. I mean, we'd have to,
Infect them.
or transport them over from wherever they are.
Or you think about all the other islands in the Hauraki Gulf there, they're desperately trying to get rid of the pests.
Pests,
We
yes.
could take all the pests. we could house all the pests.
Oh, like a pest sanctuary.
Pest
Yes,
Island.
pest sanctuary.
Yeah, Pest
Island.
sanctuary.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So there's actual pests like rats, etc.
Yes.
Pest
And then
Island.
pests like Hoyte J, ice to the front.
Ice to the front island. Well, that could be one part of the island where Hoyte J lives. It'll be called Ice to the front.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's where all the pests
It's ice
are.
to the front beach and all that sort of stuff.
Honker Hill. 3483, send in your ideas. What would you like to see on the Big Show Island? Any rules, things like that? I think we should do it, fellas.
Yeah,
60
well,
mil, that's good eating.
That's good
isn't it?
eating.
yeah, that's a bargain.
Because how much do you get for one season of Dog Squad?
Of one season?
Yeah.
Oh, 90, 100 mil?
90, 100 mil.
90 to 100 mil?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think it's about 97. 97 mil.
Easy money.
What is it, about sort of 12,
Song starting.
12 mil an
Song
each?
started, Jason.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yes, indeedy. The Clash there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 21 minutes past 5 o'clock, and the Big Show are thinking of buying an island.
We certainly are, Jase. Just quickly, though, guess whereabouts that song came in the GOAT countdown last year?
First.
Mogey, no, it didn't win.
450.
251st.
Wow.
Right, okay.
I was close.
Right in the middle of the pack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the good news is the voting is officially open for the GOAT 2025, the search for the greatest song of all time. If you want to vote, text the word GOAT to 3483. You can choose 3 songs this year, and it's all brought to you by the meatbox.co.nz, delivering delicious, mouth-watering meat to your door nationwide.
Do it, New Zealand. Do
Meatbox.
it. Yeah, Meatbox.
Meatbox.
There is an island for sale in the Hauraki Gulf. The bloke wants 60 mil for it, even though last year he had
Tell
it
him he's dreaming.
last year he had it for sale for 40 mil, and it didn't sell, so he's decided to bump it
Is
up by
property
20.
on the way up at the moment, is it?
No, not to that degree.
Right.
Not 20 mil in a couple of months. On that note, are we going to try and bargain him down a bit? It feels stupid to just go
Oh,
at
yeah, we'll
60 when
definitely
he
do
had it
that.
on 40 last year.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
paying 60.
Well, that's the thing. You could,
I'm not paying 40.
you know, there's heaps of other islands around. Man, I just go buy one of those ones.
Exactly.
They're cheaper.
I reckon we go in with an offer of 15,
I think so.
and then we just see where we go from there.
Yeah.
You don't think that's insulting?
There's no such thing as an insulting offer. I don't think.
If
You know
someone-
how people say that? It's a bit insulting. It's too low.
It's an insult.
So all they say is no, and then they
Yes.
come back with something else, and then I'll
Exactly.
say no.
So we go, 15 mil, and then he'll go, I'll knock 2 mil off. You can have it for 58.
Yeah, that's right.
And,
Yeah.
and thus the bargaining begins.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I'll see you at 58 and I'll come in at 17.
17.
Right.
What do you think
Yeah.
about them apples?
Oh, what-
What's his
Yeah,
name,
yeah.
this guy that's selling this island?
John.
John. How do
Yeah.
you think about that? What do you think about that there, John? You like that?
To be honest, guys, I'm not even sure you've got the scratch needed to buy the island. Are we doing like a little improv?
Are you
buying-
John?
Huh? Yeah.
Are you insulted by my offer, John?
I am deeply insulted by
Good.
your offer, actually. But if we do buy the island,
Yes.
we'll have little separate areas, right? Because we're going
Why are we
fourths.
separating?
Well, because we're going fourths on the island and everyone will want to have their own ideas of what they want to do. Like, you guys want lepers.
Oh, if you're going to be like that, I'm going to have my... Are you saying you don't want to be around my lepers?
Well, I would prefer to not be worried about catching
Is that
leprosy.
discriminatory?
I think it's some kind of race-based
Yeah,
hate,
yeah.
Oh, no,
yeah.
which is
Yeah,
typical
actually,
of
could
somebody
you-
like Keyzie.
Yes.
What race?
Racism alert.
And that's the thing.
Racism alert.
I think, Jase, you're probably going to want to have some kind of segregation if I know you.
Yeah, totally. But I think, Mogey, you're onto something there. So I reckon we go lepers.
Yeah.
We go pests.
Yes.
Your rats, your
Yep,
rodents,
yep,
your,
yep, yep.
your stoats and all that sort of
Possums?
stuff. Possums.
Yep.
We take all those. I think people with addiction issues.
Thank you.
We get
Hoyte
them
J,
too.
Mogey.
Of which I count myself as
Thank
one
you.
of them.
Can we put up a big fence in the middle of the island? Is that all G? Just to stop the pests.
It's sort of like a, what do you think? And who are you going to get to pay for it? Are you going to get
the
Hoyte
taxpayers.
J?
Oh, sorry, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Hoyte J. No, I'll pay for the fence if there's going to be lepers and rats and stuff. Because on my side, I was thinking of like a cool resort vibe. There'll be a pool there, tennis courts, a really big cinema which I can use for gaming every now and then. Sure.
Are you going to make a path so you can go for a post-dinner stroll for the
Yeah, actually,
digestion?
that's a good idea,
going to be
Mogey.
called digestion track or something along those lines.
Lane.
Yes, nice,
Digestion
thank
lane.
you.
Well, I know that Pugs wants to open a little sticky beef shack.
Well, that's the thing in Pugsan's little corner of the island, who have the sticky beef shack.
And we'll naturally stay away from that because you know what old Pugsan will be getting up to
Yeah.
on the island, don't you?
Someone here is suggesting we call it Areola Island. But I want to, take over and name it after me. That's
Well, actually, I tell you what. In terms, if we're wanting people to come over, but if we did say your nips would be a big attraction, Keyzie. Come and see Keyzie's nips.
Yeah,
and they could ferry across. Check out your nips for like $15 a pop.
That's how you pay for the island.
Yes.
That's how you pay for the island.
When you say $15 a pop, do you mean
each nipple?
Each nipple, so $30.
Can we just say 30?
And each set of eyes, so that's $60.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just get this straight. They come over to see my nips.
You run sort of a freak show, and you can come in. You can have a look at all the pests and all the lepers.
Yes.
So what you do is you start out and you go ferrets and rats and possums and that, and people are like, ooh.
The
and then
kids
you go,
love that.
That's right. And then the next it's the lepers, and it's like, oh, look at that. So his arm's falling off, and you go, you think that was freaky? Look at this, Keyzie's nips.
Yeah, and you'd be in like a little tent or something, and they just fold back the flap. Behold, people,
'tis Keyzie.
Feast your eyes. Good stuff.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Bit of Bruce for your Tuesday afternoon there. Now, we've laid down the gauntlet to the breakfast show to have a golf competition between the two shows. Keyzie and I versus Minogue and Jerry.
That's right.
We've laid out the rules. They've come back with their rules. We've laid out more rules. They've come back to us.
It's a negotiation.
It's a negotiation.
It is. And just to clarify, the reason why this is happening is because we played golf with Minogue. He cheated. So they then challenged us. They basically said, even if I didn't cheat, I would have beaten you. And so to make sure he doesn't cheat, Mogey will be there in a golf cart keeping Minogue's score.
Yeah.
They came back to us today on the breakfast show. So let's have a listen and see what they had to say.
Next Thursday is perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
This is so much better because they are going to... the fact that they're both counting their scores, they're going to turn on each other. That's why I suggested Ambrose was so that they could play together. Now, if Hoyte is really dragging the chain, Chris is going to turn on him.
15th hole took his shoes off.
Yeah. And then the 16th? 17th and 18th.
Okay.
Are you guys aware, though, that you set down some negotiation type things or some prerequisites for the round and they just threw those out the window? They are bringing egg sammies, they are bringing darts, and there will... By the way, I think that getting rid of the Ambrose and counting the two scores total is actually going to benefit you boys even more.
It is a ridiculous negotiation tactic. I don't know.
Terrible negotiation on their behalf.
All right, locked in next Thursday, I believe, boys.
I'm looking forward to that.
Jeez, I hope Keyzie's wife doesn't overboil the eggs again.
Real funny stuff.
Yeah.
Just to clarify as well.
They're making a fool out of you, Keyzie.
Yeah, man, they're really
I don't like that, man.
No, neither.
No.
Just to clarify, I was meant to boil my own eggs, and she's like, I'll do it for you, and then she didn't set a timer and then overboiled them.
Yeah, you were fuming.
Yeah, no, it wasn't really.
Well, and rightly so.
No, well, let's not turn this into a Keyzie fuming at his wife.
Yeah. What is really very interesting is Minogue's absolute denial of his cheating.
He glosses over it, doesn't he?
And so if he had his actual score, I reckon it would have been 108, 110 probably.
Yeah, exactly.
And so he thinks he's about sort of 90, sort of, no.
Yeah. So they've now suggested that we don't play Ambrose, but I'm actually thinking maybe we should play Ambrose, which is where you just take the best ball between us and it's a bit more easy. Maybe we do that.
And I'm busy next Thursday.
So we asked them to shift it to Wednesday.
And I reckon we make it 18 holes.
18, like there's proper golf carts.
Well, I think golf carts, you got to think about... I think it would be bad for them to be on golf carts.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
So
I don't think that they'd handle it. So I think we go. Guys should go golf carts.
Yes,
it's a good way for you guys to preserve your energy as well.
Sure. So we have golf carts and they don't.
I think everybody has golf carts,
right?
Except I have to walk. I think that's the way to go.
You want to? Yeah. You want to swap it around? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because you're just scorekeeping, so a golf cart would make sense for you.
Yeah, I know, but it'll confuse them.
Yeah, right. We don't want to confuse them.
Nice.
All right.
Even though I'm neutral.
Okay. Let's send it back to them then, shall we?
Big Nips Keyzie. Backbone. My wife. Pugs. Massive honker. Midnight steamer. Backbone.
Incoming transmission from the Big Show.
Hey guys.
Yeah, g'day, fellas. How you going?
Hey guys.
Thanks for the message.
Hey, another great show this morning, can I just say?
So good.
Really
man.
good.
I didn't listen to it.
Package that one up and send it off to the Radio Awards, would you, Pugs?
Fascinating. What they haven't taken into account is Minogue just keeps glossing over his cheating, and he pretends like his scores around.
Oh no, this message is to them. You got to talk to them.
Yeah, 100. So it's more like 110, 115.
Sorry, Jase, this is not a chance for you to just go back to that original score.
To relitigate.
I just want to. But anyway, here's the new rules. I'm busy Thursday, so we'll make it Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday works for me.
We want to make it 18 holes.
Yeah, 18's proper golf, isn't it?
Proper golf, not your
That's
9.
the thing that's half-ass. Obviously I don't play golf. To me, it had very much a mini-putt sort of a vibe to it.
Yeah, it totally does, mate.
Correct.
100% correct.
Also, golf carts, we'll be using golf carts, all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want golf carts. I'm not allowed egg sandwiches. I think that's a fair enough point. So I'll ditch those.
Yeah.
Happy to do that.
I'll be keeping the durries, though.
But you said, Jase, you're happy to play with no shoes on.
Yeah, look, if I have to. No, I've got to wear my shoes. It's just that they're new golf shoes. They take a bit of breaking in.
Well, I want it just for this game. Just don't wear any shoes just to keep it easy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And Mogey doesn't want a cart. He's going to keep Minogue's score, but he's going to be walking.
Yeah.
So those are the terms, fellas.
Okay.
You'll
Take
move.
him or leave him.
That was really great, guys. I reckon they'll love that.
Yeah. And it was Ambrose, eh? We're going to go to Ambrose.
Oh, you're definitely Ambrose.
Yeah.
Of course it's Ambrose.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yes, indeed. Jet there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time... 5:47 for those of you that care.
Hey, fellas, as you know, I'm running a swear jar at the moment around at my place.
Yes.
With my daughter, Mogey.
Hang on, is this 1.5 Mogeys?
Yeah.
I'm just going to play the sting. Oh, it's not working.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we'll have to do it manually.
We'll do it manually.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8. Men, manly men. 1.5 Mogeys.
So good, fellas.
That was our best rendition of that.
Was it?
Really good. Hey, so fellas, been running a swear jar because my daughter, who Mogey Minogue.
Sorry, Mogey
Minogue.
Mogey Minogue.
First name Mogey, last name Minogue.
What's the middle name?
We didn't give her one.
Yeah, that would be silly.
Margarodi.
Come on, Jase, man, grow up.
And she doesn't. She's 5 years old. She doesn't like that I swear too much. I F and Jeff around the house a little bit for no particular reason.
Sure.
Can't find my keys. Dogs getting in the way.
Yes.
All sorts of carry on like that. Anyway, I'm up to. I've made my way. I was meant to keep track of all the reasons why I'm getting done, but I sort of lost track of them. But I had one today. I was sitting on $9. Every time my daughter hears me swear, she says $1.
$9 in what, like 3 days?
Oh no, because I had the weekend, so almost a week.
Oh, yeah.
Almost a week.
That's not too bad.
She's missed a few.
Yes, I'm sure.
I feel like I'm getting worse, actually. So anyway, we'll see how we go. But today I was in the car and I was listening to the breakfast show with Minogue and Jerry. And they were discussing this golf game, right? And we sent them that message from our show, and they played it on their show. And on that show, we were discussing Minogue, and I was saying that the reason why we wanted to count his shots in golf was because he was a cheating piece of it.
Sorry,
he was a cheating piece of shit.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway, so that plays out over the radio, and then from the back seat I hear $1. So my daughter, she counted that against me, which actually I didn't think it was fair, because it's only meant to be when she's around it. But that was a replay of something that happened somewhere else, and I'm not sure that I should be liable.
Yes, I know where you're coming from.
I don't want to be a stickler for the rules.
You might have to get a lawyer involved, man.
Yeah. I know.
Because it's tough. Do you want to stop altogether or just in front of Mogey Minogue?
No, not altogether.
Right, okay.
I mean, that's half of my chat on the show.
It's one of the joys of life is effing and jeffing.
It is. I love it.
I love a good eff and jeff.
I was doing some renos around the house today, actually. So I had the screwdriver out. I was changing a door handle, Keyzie. I can show you how to do that if you like. And
that's right, 'cause you prefer the knobs,
I was effing and jeffing like a son of a bee, I'll tell you what.
Door handles are actually weirdly annoying. But you think they're really simple, but actually...
Well, this one was from about 1910, and it wasn't making sense to me. And, anyway, I was getting a pretty good beating with the hammer. Yeah, so anyway, that's my favourite. That's my favourite one so far. She's making pretty good money.
Yeah, what I was going to say, you should give her the $1 for her alertness.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
and
think
for
so.
being onto it.
Maybe I'll ask her for $1 every time she asks me if she can watch TV.
Yeah, okay, nice. Here's the cure.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Thank goodness that didn't go on air, Keyzie. Hey?
It's just another racist tirade, mate. That song there, The Cure, Just Like Heaven, where do you think that was in the old GOAT countdown
I
last
reckon
year?
about 80.
80?
Number one.
Mogey, stop guessing number one. We know what was number one. Was it the Everlong Foo Fighters?
See, here he is. He doesn't know jack.
168.
Okay.
Wow.
I nearly split it right down the guts there.
You did, man.
Good stuff.
That's really good, Jase. What's coming up after 6, man?
Well,
That's a good question,
Your
actually.
usuals, of course. What's on the TV with Mike Minogue?
Just on that too, for the first time, fellas, I actually want you to use your amazing TV knowledge to suggest a show for my wife and I. Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll get into that after 6. Also, a huge response from earlier in the show in terms of people that are loud eaters.
Oh, yeah.
Heaps of texts. Wouldn't mind some talkbacks though on the iHeartRadio app. So if you've got an opinion,
Yes.
use that. Hit the little microphone. Send us a little voice message.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, just briefly touching on that food eating thing, people that suck hard on bones.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like
So
getting
when
the
they're sucking the marrow out of it.
Yeah, they're just sucking,
Yeah.
you know, and they just really get into it.
What, you don't like that?
No, I don't like that, Keyzie.
Do you like that?
You love that.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Tuesday's going along nice. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're a bit off there, Pugs.
No, I
I think it was me.
sorry.
Mogey-
Can we keep a consistent note, please? For goodness sake.
Sorry, Pugs.
gonna
Mogey's
biff
coming in
it in a
too
second.
low. I don't know. Can you go a bit higher than that? Like,
I'm not kicking you out yet, Pugs.
Right, Peter Pugs.
Because we do a podcast called the Podcast Outro, right? And that we
Bonus content.
It is bonus. It is a warm up to our show.
Yeah, it's a
Now-
little bit X-rated.
Yeah, it can be, but also, Pugs, you edit every day a little piece of
Sweet
the
little
podcast.
a sweet little piece.
A sweet little piece.
I do.
And
I do.
and I'm thinking about what we chatted about
A real
today.
hot little piece.
And am I right in predicting? I've got a feeling here that your piece today involves Keyzie
It does involve
and a
Keyzie.
certain bedroom situation.
That it does. That it
Okay,
does.
'cause-
It's a hot little piece. Can I say that?
It is. It's a crack. It's a doozy.
such a doozy. Here it is, a little snippet. If you want to listen to it, 7:30 tonight, Hauraki Big Show, give it a search.
I'll just slip my jammy pants down.
And you're
Yeah,
going to picture
all
me
good.
standing there holding, like, naked with a big shit-eating grin on my face holding this blindfold, being
Yeah.
like, you should put this on.
With a rager.
With a rager.
Nah.
And wearing your orthopedic slippers.
Oh,
Is that funny, is it?
Is that funny, is it?
You have to listen to this podcast that we did today. Because I'm telling you.
It's not that good.
It was
It is.
great, wasn't it, Pugs?
It's a recurring laugh. We've had some recurring laughs about it today. Some of the chat that was on there, it was good.
Well, Jase just started giggling randomly at like 5:30. He's like, what are you laughing about?
It's very good.
Oh, yeah. It's a humiliator.
Yeah, it is pretty humiliating.
I thought it was pretty hot. Hey, up next, loud eating, loud eaters. What's your opinion? 3483. Text it on through. Get yourself in the draw for a $50 night and day voucher.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Tune, eh, fellas? Bit of DB. What's on the telly with Mike Minogue?
Hey, fellas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I didn't even get to introduce it properly because Keyzie's so impatient today.
He is a little bit, isn't he?
You were taking your time with it, man. We're going to get to the TV recommendations from old Mogey.
We've got some good stuff going, fellas. Hey, look, I just want to say, first of all, I didn't watch this last night. I watched it over the break, all right?
Sure.
It's called Force of Nature, The
Yes.
Dry 2, starring Eric Bana.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I can't remember if it's on Netflix or Amazon. Might be on Prime. It's hard to say, fellas. Give it a Google, see if you can find it.
Can I guess real quick?
Yes.
Sounds shit.
Okay.
Just from, like, based on the title and the fact
Force
that...
of Nature.
Yeah.
Force of Nature. Well, it's got Eric Banner in it.
Yes.
Which you can take him or leave him, Jase.
I can.
This is the sequel to The Dry.
Oh, wow.
Which was based on a novel which I had read, and I didn't realise when I first watched The Dry that I'd actually read the book. And it was fine. It was okay.
Yes.
And then Force of Nature, The Dry 2. You're right, Keyzie. It is absolute garbage. Yeah, pretty good cast, actually. Weirdly, it's got old mate there, Hugh Jackman, his former wife, Deborah Furness, I think her name is. She's in there. I didn't even know she acted. I guess now that he's left her, she's gone back out into the workforce, Keyzie.
Cool.
God, it's the kind of movie I like, and I didn't like it at all. It's a story of somebody goes missing out in the forest. He has to track it down. He's a policeman who was dealing with this woman who had some inside information about this company, and she goes missing on a retreat with the company, and then he goes out there to track her down, and the police aren't really doing a good job of it. But it also turns out that he knows the land quite well because his mother went missing there as well.
Yes.
And it's just one thing after the other, and there was a serial killer involved. When he was a kid as well. It's just like, woo!
Yeah.
I recommend it. I'd say 0 buzzies out of 5.
I saw both of those.
Oh.
And like you, I was highly
aroused.
Well, the sort of show that I'd watch.
Yes.
Or the sort of film that I'd watch.
Yeah.
And I agree wholeheartedly, both were massively annoying and disappointing.
Yeah.
And just crap.
Yeah, I found the first one all right.
Yeah.
Watchable, like certainly better made and a better story.
Sure.
And better acted and more believable. 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the second one has, I think, 45 or something like that.
Is it
for what it's worth.
I think quite a few times over the years I've read a novel which has been amazing, and then you read the second one and it's just average.
You read the second novel?
This is the second novel.
Oh, it's not a novel. It's just a second movie.
So they didn't make the second
it's not
one
based on a book.
Oh, well, that's the issue. Then.
And you're always a bit fraught when you have a book that you love and it's been made into a movie. It's a real bugbear of my wife. My wife won't watch certain things because she loved the book so much.
Can I say it is very rare, and I can't even think of an instance where a book has been better than a movie.
Yes, I agree.
Sorry, the opposite. The movie has been better than the book.
Yeah. I watched the Assunta case.
The what?
The Assunta case.
Assunta.
It's about a Chinese girl who was adopted by her Spanish parents, who then goes missing and is found dead. It's a true story. It was one of those ones where you go...
Is it a dramatisation or a doc?
It's a dramatisation.
Yes.
As the story goes along, you go, okay, it's pretty clear what's happened here.
Yeah.
And it's good in the sense that be careful what you assume.
Yeah.
And police must have this all the time. And slowly as the story has gone along, you're going, hang about.
Hold up.
Thank
you.
There's something fishy going on here. And it's not what it seems at all. You think it's this thing, and it turns out to be something completely...
They're leading you down the garden path, are they?
There's a few red herrings in there, and you go, okay. Then you go, oh, no, hang on.
Yeah.
It's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'd give it 3 buzzies.
What was it on again?
Netflix.
Thank you.
Oh, this is a tune, fella. Hey, up next, can I ask you guys a favour in the realm of TV? Is that all G?
Sure you can, Keyzie.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
She's crying in the stairway to heaven. Led Zeppelin there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show. Yes,
Hey, Hoodie J, man. What's that lyric just at the end there? That last lyric that you were just singing.
As she's climbing the stairway to heaven.
Do you know what? I think I've always got that wrong.
Buying.
Yeah.
I always say buying as well.
I always thought it was buying, but it makes more sense to me, Jase, now that I've heard you say climbing.
Yes.
That it would be climbing.
Yes.
I wonder if it's climbing.
I'm just looking up the lyrics.
And
she's buying a stairway to heaven. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. So you got it wrong, Jase. Good one, mate.
Sorry,
but
man.
can I just say that lyrically, I think you're on the right page, brother.
I think so.
Because I remember at the time there was a bit of an argument with Robert Plant about what that should be.
Oh, yeah, we were both pretty steamed, and you know what I mean? Just one thing led to another, a bit of biffo.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of, mate, Mate, that song, number 3 last year on the GOAT.
Wow.
It's always there or thereabouts.
I reckon, was it number 3 last year?
Yep.
Yep.
That's good, Mogey. The GOAT is back, and you can vote for the GOAT. The voting is officially open. It'll be happening for the next few weeks. If you would like to vote, you can choose 3 songs by texting the word GOAT to 3483. We'll hit you back with a voting form straight to your phone. Super easy. It's brought to you by themeatbox.co.nz, delivering delicious, mouth-watering meat to your door nationwide. Fellas, I need to lean on your TV expertise.
Sure, man.
So my wife and I recently watched a TV series on TVNZ Plus called Ludwig.
Yeah, you're banging on about it.
No, not really. Never really got a chance to speak about it. 6 episodes, murder mystery, but for like fun, lighthearted.
Yeah, because he's got the puzzles.
Because he's a puzzle master. But what it was it wasn't too gory at all. It was more the mystery. It's a classic British. He's a quirky detective.
Boomers sort of like it,
yeah,
right?
You know, it's
elderly
like
people.
It's like Inspector Morse. It's like
you sit there with your scone and your cup of tea at the end of the night.
Something to chat about when
That's
you
right.
you know when you're going for a walk for your digestion.
It's like Brokenwood Mysteries, except for a bit more fun and quirky.
Sure, yeah.
It's not even me having a go at your precious show there, Jase.
I'm so precious about Brokenwood.
Whoa, guys, settle down.
Sorry, man. What I need is a recommendation for more light-hearted British TV shows because we've watched a few of them and they've been great, but I'm struggling to find more.
Seriously, I know a good New Zealand one that you could watch. Brokenwood.
Oh yeah.
No,
Have you ever seen
guys.
Wellington Paranormal? I'd start with the movie, and it just gets better from there. Really does. And I'll tell you what, another good one, just 6 episodes as well, Talkback.
You know what
Yeah.
I loved What We Do in the Shadows. My favourite was all the main characters.
Hey,
totally.
Just the main characters.
Yeah.
I know,
big 3.
I
Yeah.
know just the show for you and your wife, and it fits it
Can
to
you
a
just
T.
can you just take it seriously?
I'm
and
taking it
have a
seriously.
think about
Yeah.
it.
It's called Coronation Street.
Okay, Jase, can you just think about it? Maybe come back tomorrow if you've got an
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
I
Just
just
something
did
fun
think
and
about it.
quirky.
Yeah,
Yes,
what about-
Coronation
yeah.
Street.
Flowers. Have you seen Flowers?
No?
Yeah.
What's that?
That's a British, very, very funny.
It is. That is one of my favourite shows ever. I swear. My hand
Why
on
have
heart,
I never
Keyzie.
heard of this?
I've spoken about it.
He
It's
has.
one of the most beautiful shows I've ever seen.
Is it quirky or is it weird?
It's quirky, it's sad, it's full on, it's confronting, and it's funny.
It's confronting and full on. See, that's not going to work because
Yeah, that's why I recommended it.
we watched the first episode of Day of the Jackal.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, Eddie Redmayne, it's on TVNZ Plus. Let's just watch it. He puts on the fake mask of that old guy at the very start and then starts shooting people. My wife's like, I don't like this show. We have to stop it.
Let me just say, with regard to Flowers, the very first scene...
I'm not gonna watch it.
It makes you go, whoa.
Holy hiccup.
Holy hiccup.
I
But
feel like
it
you
is-
haven't grasped what I'm asking
It
for.
is brilliant.
Have you seen Faulty Towers?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Well, thanks, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the show today. We put a lot of effort into it. And I'm pretty happy with the outcome. How do you guys feel about it?
Yeah, I think it was one of our best shows ever, I reckon. I reckon probably top 2, top 3.
Well, just on that, Mogey, if you're listening now and you missed it, search Hauraki Big Show, wherever you get your potties from. Highlights package will be out at 7:30.
Great stuff, Keyzie.
That's really good.
What are you up to tonight, Mogey?
I'm probably going to go to the gym. That's how I feel.
That's
Sure,
sick.
okay.
See what happens betwing now and me taking my headphones off and walking out the door.
Great stuff,
Yeah,
mate.
thanks,
what about
man.
you, Keyzie?
That's
A bit-
ages.
A bit of dinner, a bit of pork mince, some shiitake mushrooms, and then a constitutional around the local park or something?
Where did the shiitake mushrooms come from? Is that a new one that you're trying to get going?
No, I just know that you like...
shiitake keys at shiitakes.
Well, you've got the button mushroom. I think it's probably a reference to that.
Maybe
Mogey.
unconsciously it was,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like I have too many food-based bodily things.
Meat patty nips,
Button mushroom.
button mushroom. What else have you got?
Or shiitake mushrooms, whatever they are. A lot of fungi. Tonight, trying to decide whether or not we go out for dinner. Because my wife can't be bothered, but we did say
What,
that
going out for dinner or cooking?
going out for dinner. Because last week my mother-in-law was up when we had our
That's
wedding anniversary.
right.
And we said we'd do it in a week's time.
That's
but
right.
My wife now isn't sure. She can't be bothered. But I'm like, mate, we've got to celebrate it.
Well, she's sort of, it's like, what's to celebrate? But what about if you moved it to a weekend would make more sense and you can have...
Because we're so busy every weekend.
Are you?
Yeah.
Right.
It's really annoying.
Right. No, I can't help you.
Well, good
What
luck
are you
with
doing?
it.
Oh, what?
What am I doing?
What are you doing tonight, Jase?
Well, I'll go from here like Mogey,
See ya.
go to the car, drive home, have a durry, listen to a bit of politics.
Okay, this whole go into specifics about
Hang on a
exact.
minute, politics. You're listening to politics
Yeah, he's
again.
back on it really loud.
Are you back
too.
on the politics?
If you don't want to know, don't ask.
Are you back on the politics?
Oh, no, what I said is I cut back on the
No,
politics.
you said you would stop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I said I've cut right back on the politics.
Like you cut back on your cigarettes.
Yeah. God.
Now listen.
What?
Grow up, both of you. And then I'll go home. We've got
Wrap it up.
Ribs tonight.
Yum.
I like a bit of rib.
Beef
What
rib?
kind of rib?
Pork ribs, marinated.
You love
slow,
pork ribs.
slow cooked, roast potatoes, the
Yum.
green salad, probably with a bit of avocado, some of my cherry tomatoes.
See ya, bye everybody.
Maybe a shaving of parmesan
See
cheese
you
too on there.
tomorrow.
Be in the gym, of course, and a bit of